new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just want to know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Steelers 0. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Carried by number 34.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On second down, it's Porter. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. 12 yards there and a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Levante David in on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
2nd and goal from the 1. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Number 34 on the
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
6-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Woo! And the Steelers are in for the touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. 3rd down here.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Johnson on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap, allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, again to counter. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Marr now to add the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good.
Set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
On for the extra point.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Makes the score Steelers 27. Bengals.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Ebron with it over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
It is good.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Now Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's once again complete to Chark. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
First down, Steelers.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, it's Porter. About 3 yards there to the 27.
34.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And that is incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessful.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The kick by Marr is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Airing one out. It got his man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 now. From midfield now, Burrow. And he'll let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a one, and that one falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the
Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On 1st down, it's Porter. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game.
Bengals 28.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Just take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
15-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Steelers 50. Bengals 20.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now left side on the swing pass. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To the air again, Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. That one complete. He finds Shark. And down inside the 15 he goes. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
14-yard line.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully, and I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really a weird deal, isn't it? But you've got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They'll look to throw now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong